Hello everyone. We are going to introduce the impact that the canned food has had on society and culture. To be clear, we are talking about canned food and not just canning, because we believe that canning does not represent all kinds of canned foods, but canned food will definitely include canning. Now let me introduce the background of invention of canned food. Before canned food was invented, it was not very feasible for people to preserve food for a very long time. The situation continued until the time of Napoleon. Manufacturers discovered that the food inside the jars would not spoil unless the seal was broken. But at this time, the production of canned food was very inefficient. During the First and the Second World War, canned food were used extensively for military and civilian purposes. In conclusion, the invention of canned food was of great importance in the area of storage and transportation of food.
Then, let me introduce the historical significance of canned food. It met human needs for long-term, normal-temperature storage of food for the first time. If people can't eat fresh foods for a long time, they will lack vitamin C, which may cause septicemia and threaten their health and life safety. After the invention of canned food, mankind's ability to explore the world has greatly increased. Secondly, I think the emergence of canned food provided a practical basis for the pasteurization. Appert, the inventor of canned food, and Pasteur are both French, and both methods are to heat the food at high temperature and then seal it for storage. Pasteur published a paper in 1862 to clarify that food corruption was caused by bacteria, which promoted human research on microorganisms.
Now let's talk about the usage of canned food. From the perspective of principles, cans generally adopt thermal sterilization and vacuum-sealed storage. During the war years, canned food plays a great role. It's easy to carry and transport, can provide soldiers with enough protein. And you can see there are Japanese cans, and these cans are during the Second War. American soldiers use those cans. This can make the Army's long-range combat a reality. Nowadays, there are more categories of cans, and there are fruit cans and seafood cans. We also have vegetable cans. And in the buffet, we can also see those fruit cans used. Many people even use canned food to lose weight, making salads like that. And we also have milk powder and protein powder. This can ensure the protein of people's body need. From the past to the present, people have more choices for canned food. Canned food also witnesses the development of our society.
The social and cultural impact of canning on the percent. The rise in malnourished population and their wider acceptance of ready cells eat food has led them to opt for canned products as they are easy to cook and save the popularity time as well. For instance, in May 2018, the Del Monte Foods, a leading processed food manufacturer companies, launched a prominent and stylish tinted gold pineapple fruit range targeting the young population. More like canned seafood. The canned seafood held the largest market showing on to numerous health benefits. The younger groups various exotic fish in their food owing to their involved taste preference. Many companies are tend to expand their production. Canned food under the theme of health and environmental protection. Safe Catch tests every single fish they process cents for mercury, making them not exceptionally low risk. While the plant offers some of health is no salt added and the most sustainable canned seafood out there.
The future trend of canned food. With the improvements of canned food's encapsulation and processing, the production purpose of canned food has greatly changed to a portable product that takes into account the nutrients needed by the human body and has rich taste. For a cultural point of view, changes in canned varieties can also directly reflect the differences in food cultures in various countries and regions. Most often are local representative staple foods and specialties. For a social point of view, attitudes toward canning vary across social classes. People in the upper middle class have an unhealthy attitude towards canning, while in the lower class, it is cheap and convenient. Consumers tend to buy foods with claims such as has passed HACCP system certification. So many can manufacturers and advertisers are focusing on promoting the advantages of new technology to canned foods in order to try to attract different classes of target consumers. It is reported that the annual consumption of canned foods per capita in the United States is 90 kilograms, and other data has been shown in the diagram, which shows that the future development potential of canned foods is still huge.